you know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference, and, you know, Joshua's a former, you know, champion.
AJ's up for anything. You know, there's lots of people who have a view on him taking this fight, and everyone's got a view, and everyone's right to have their own view on it. But you know, he was always going to have a warm-up fight, a comeback fight. So why not do it against Jake Paul for a load of money?
Yeah, he's stupid. He's an idiot. He loves the fame and he loves the money. So ultimately, if you're just that money hungry and that fame hungry, you're going to just do whatever. You don't care what it is.
The boxing world is buzzing after several insiders and former fighters claimed that the Jake Paul vs. Anthony Joshua fight may be scripted. What was promoted as a huge fight between a YouTuber turned boxer and a former heavyweight champion is now being questioned. Some analysts believe the event is designed mainly to make money, not to be a fair competition. Training leaks, strange betting trends, and comments from experienced boxing veterans have made these doubts even louder.
From Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, what have we got here?
As I look at it, you know, for the fans, it put boxing still on the map because it keeps boxing relevant. Having exhibition fights like this, different celebrities and different things like that. I look at it as a fun thing for fans and stuff like that. I don't really take it seriously, you know, because, you know, we in the business of boxing. That right there is just, you know, exhibition stuff. But I'm hearing they say it's a real fight. But yeah, it's a real fight because both guys are getting in a fight. You know, I'm still the one that be thinking certain things are scripted as well too. So, but we'll see. You know, I always say may the best man win, and main thing about it, may those guys go in there and have a hell of.
Many commentators say this matchup makes no real sense. They point to the huge gap in experience, size, and skill between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Paul, with a 12-1 record, is facing a former two-time heavyweight world champion who has fought the best fighters in the sport. Because of this, some believe Jake was chosen mainly as a money opponent, not as a serious challenge, which adds to the idea that this fight is more show than sport.
Against Anthony Joshua, massive unit, two-time world champ, still got a big punch. I think he's mentally fragile at world level if he goes against the big guns because of the knockout, especially the Dubois knockout when he got fucking splattered. You know what I mean? In round 5, and he got hurt early on and then he got done, and he's not been in the ring for 13 months.
Yeah.
But can you see a world in which Jake Paul is competitive in this fight?
No.
No. How do you see the fight going if AJ takes it serious?
It'll be over when he wants it to be over.
Thank you. So do you think it's going to be real, this fight? Do you think it's actually... So you think that Jake Paul...
You couldn't fake it. You really think Anthony Joshua's going to put his whole livelihood on the line for Jake Paul?
No, I don't think he would.
So there you go. It's over when he wants it to be over.
There could be some kind of tacit agreement in the background.
How?
Where they have a handshake.
Then that's illegal. You're going to jail.
Exactly, it's illegal. That's what I was going to say.
So you can't.
Because it's not an exhibition.
No, it's a fight.
So
and people are betting on it. Big amounts of money.
So we're watching this. I'm flying out there next week to Miami to watch it. So I'm going out there. He's laughing. I'm getting some on. So it's all good. But it's like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua, 6 foot. Was he 6'6"?
About that.
Fucking. What is he? 16. What's 245 pounds?
He can't be a pound over 245.
What's
so
that in stone?
The best part, just on 17 stone or just under.
So Jake lost to Tommy Fury, and that's the one everyone keeps on. Do you think he's improved much since Tommy Fury?
Yeah, but do I think he's improved enough to make competitive? Unless I close my eyes and Josh is completely...
Still, Jake Paul is entering the fight with strong confidence that has surprised many people. Observers say he truly believes he can win. Unlike some of his past fights, Jake appears very focused and serious this time. Analysts say his mindset is important, and his confidence shows both physical and mental preparation. Instead of fearing Joshua, Jake seems to see this fight as a chance to prove himself on the biggest stage.
He's very big. I'm here to shock the world, inspire the next generation. We're in the Heat arena. I'm a big Heat fan. Miami's on fire. This is my first pro fight, was in Miami against Gibb. I'm bringing that same energy here.
Footage has added more debate to the situation. Jake has been sparring with big, high-level fighters like Lawrence Okolie and has even shown bruises and a black eye from camp. Some people see this as proof that he is training seriously. Others believe the footage is carefully shown to create hype and sell the fight, not to show his true readiness against someone like Joshua.
Yeah, 100%. I see holes in his game of where I can land a big shot.
Okay.
100%. It's going to be a very, 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 very tough fight.
Do you think this is your hardest opponent?
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I'm just outgunned in every category.
Logan, what do you think about him fighting Anthony Joshua?
I think it's insane.
Yeah,
I think it's insane.
Oh,
But there's a reason why he's Jake Paul, and like this is
what he does.
Jake Paul also shared videos of himself hitting a heavy bag very hard during training, which got a lot of attention online. However, many boxing fans pointed out that hitting a bag is very different from fighting a real opponent. A bag does not punch back, move, or adjust. Because of that, these clips do not really show how Jake would deal with Anthony Joshua's power and skills in a real fight.
Evidence we have of Jake Paul in this camp is a video on the heavy bag that he recently released. Now look, I don't give two shits how you look on the heavy bag. I'm going to be very honest with you. Do you know how many guys I see in the boxing gym I train in who look absolutely sensational on the heavy bag and then wouldn't last 2 seconds against Anthony Joshua? The thing that the average person fails to understand is that looking good on the heavy bag, sure, it means you have a fundamental understanding of boxing technique, and clearly Jake has improved in that area. You'd hope so after years and years of training. But the thing that people don't understand about boxing is when you actually get in the ring with someone who's trying to beat you, who's trying to punch you in the face and break you, suddenly holding that shape becomes much, much more difficult when you're getting hit by shots, when you're taking them to the guard, when you're having to move your legs constantly, and more importantly, as you get tired. Even the best pros start to lose their shape when fatigue kicks in. That's why more knockouts can happen later as the fight goes on. So look, yeah, I did think he looked nice on the heavy bag. He's moving his feet well, his balance looked good, his hand positioning was good when he was throwing, his chin was tucked in, all the things you really look for in basic technique. Does it mean he has a hope in hell of beating Anthony Joshua? Absolutely.
Because of this, many experienced analysts remain doubtful. They say Jake's confidence may be unrealistic. Anthony Joshua has years of elite training, championship fights, and proven stamina. Jake has never faced that level of competition. Some critics also question Jake's physical changes, suggesting he may be relying on performance-enhancing substances, which adds more controversy.
Is Jake Paul natural? No. I can say that with pretty certain confidence in that statement, mainly because, as you heard me mention, I know a lot of the people he trains with and I have heard things. Now let's give Jake the benefit of the doubt, right? He's able to restrain from the peer pressure that everyone's putting on him to hop on these certain compounds. Then that would be cool to train natural, do what he needs to do. But the thing is, his body composition has changed so much, his explosiveness, his power, and yes, that comes with training and time. But I find it very, very suspicious that for some reason, whenever a drug test gets brought up, for instance, when Fury wanted that in the contract, Jake Paul turns them down. So you should think to yourself, it's probably because he's not natural. Now I want to make it clear, I don't care whether Jake Paul is natural or not. There's so many people that aren't natural that are in combat sports. In fact, Tyron Woodley probably is also not natural. Everyone wants that little edge over their competition, and that's where drugs and anabolics come into play. There's certain compounds that are out there that just increase your explosiveness immensely, your recovery, so that you can stay in the same weight class, which is very important for combat sports, whether that's boxing, UFC, whatever type of combat sport you're doing. So that is why you guys have seen so much improvement from Jake Paul. Of course, he has a great circle around him, great trainers, great coaches, a great regimen, but definitely anabolics play a very fundamental role in that. They allow him to train as hard as he does. They allow him to increase his power and speed. And of course, when you think of those concepts, that's essentially the recipe to...
Despite all the questions, people are still betting real money on the fight. The betting itself has become part of the controversy. Fans, casual bettors, and even public figures are placing wagers. Right now, Anthony Joshua is a huge favorite, with odds around -900 to -1,200, meaning you must bet a lot just to win a small amount on him. This leads to the big question, do you think Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is a real fight, or just a scripted spectacle?